I wasn't invited to my own engagement party. It was a Thursday, 7:12 p.m. I was in leggings and a college hoodie, hair in a ponytail I only respect at home. My boyfriend, not fiance, Liam, texted at 5:10, running late, quick client thing, which is Liam for Mom wants me to swing by somewhere. I heated soup. I put on a show I pretend to like because it's nice to have something we both pretend to like. I answered 3 emails. I opened Instagram. I rewatched the Champagne Boomerang, paused, squinted. The banner in the back wasn't crisp, but I could read, "Family and friends, join us to celebrate," in curly letters. Below it, on an easel, a seating chart with tiny circles. I pinched the screen. The chart was too blurry to make out names, but one line jumped. Reserved L plus guest. I sat up so fast my spoon clinked against the bowl. I texted, "What is happening at Briar and Vine?" 3 dots, then they vanished. Liam, "We'll call in 5. 5 what? Minutes? Years?" I put on jeans. I swapped the hoodie for a sweater that doesn't photograph like pajamas. Boots on, keys in hand. Fuzzy socks still on my feet until I hit the hallway. Briar and Vine is 15 minutes from my place with normal traffic, which we did not have. I hit every red light in the county. I left 2 voice notes I deleted before sending. I rehearsed versions of the same sentence. Why would there be an engagement party if I didn't get invited? The parking lot was a mirror of warm light on cold cars. Inside, the front desk was a woman with a headset and a smile that said she had been told everything and was legally obligated to tell me nothing. "Name?" she said. "Maya," I said. I almost said the fiancé just to test how it tasted. I swallowed the word. "I'm with Liam." She checked a list that looked expensive to print. "We have Liam Carter and +1, she said, tilted smile. "Is that you?" "It should be," I said, then made it a laugh so I wouldn't cry in a hallway. "I didn't get the invite." "Oh, it's more of a family and friends pre-celebration," she said, as if pre-celebration is a recognized category between nothing and engagement. "Let me see if I can find someone for you." I could hear the party before I could see it. Forks on plates, helium voices pretending to be casual, and then a laugh I know better than my own, his mother's. Bright and lacquered like a bow on a box. She appears like she always appears, moving fast enough to seem busy and slow enough to make you wait. Trish, Chanel jacket, hair that doesn't know humidity, a face that registers surprise on a dimmer. "Maya," she says, both syllables shaped like a compliment she might keep, "you made it." "I wasn't invited," I say, because I believe in starting with the truth. Hurt, then apologetic, then managerial. "Oh, sweetheart, this is just a little meet and greet with Liam's clients and close family. We didn't want you to feel pressured. Tonight is about setting the stage." "For what?" I say, like I don't already know I'm a chair in this room, not a person. "For the announcement," she says, eyes scanning behind me for someone richer. "Tomorrow, or whenever the timing is right. We wanted to make sure the right people are comfortable first. You understand." Across the room I see Liam, navy suit, white shirt, no tie, the uniform of men who make deals over appetizers. He's in conversation. He sees me. Relief, or a calculation adjusting itself. He starts toward me, but Trish's hand lands on my arm, soft pressure. "Can we tuck you here for just a minute?" she says, steering me toward a small cocktail table by a column. 2 champagne flutes appear. She claps once, barely. Staff materialize. She smiles at me like we're co-conspirators. "You look lovely. Did you get my florist's card? For future reference?" Liam arrives, apology already on his tongue. "I was going to call," he says, and he believes it. In his head, he would have called if time and mothers were flexible. "What is this?" I say, because my hands are shaking, and I need a sentence that works at any volume. "It's not an engagement party," he says quickly. "It's like Mom said. An introduction. My partners are here, my uncle flew in, and you know how she is about optics. I didn't want to put you in a weird spot if you weren't ready for all the attention." "I'm not ready for a party where I find out on Instagram," I say. "That's the attention I'm not ready for." He runs a hand through his hair, leaves it worse. I used to find that endearing. Now it reads as boy who never had to finish the thought. I should have handled it better, he says. Can we get through tonight? Then tomorrow it's ours. Small. Or not. I promise. Behind him, Trish is placing people like expensive chess pieces. I spot a seating chart again. The room tilts. Place cards in gold script. Carter family on a long table. My name is nowhere. There's Liam plus guest tucked at the end. Is that me? I say, pointing, even though the person who made the chart is 2 feet behind me. Am I the +1 at my own pre-celebration? Seating is fluid, Trish says. These things change as people arrive. Don't worry, sweetheart. Tonight is logistics. The story we tell, that we will do properly. The story we tell. The pronoun does a full lap around my skull. I step back from the chart like it might stain. People I know raise their eyebrows at me in little sympathy emojis. People I don't know glance and then away. Liam touches my elbow, gentle. Please, he whispers. Let me get through speeches, then we'll go. We'll get takeout. We'll talk. This matters to Mom. It doesn't have to matter to us. I look at him. The man I love, the way you love a house you renovated together, still uneven, still yours. And I think about all the times I said, it doesn't have to matter. The playlist for his drives, the restaurant his boss likes, the ring style his mother thought would suit my hands, the mornings I swallowed small angers like vitamins and pretended I felt stronger. Okay, I say, steady like a thing I paid for. Do your speeches. 1 hour, then we leave. He nods, grateful, and returns to the center. I take my +1 card, fold it in half, and put it in my bag. Not dramatic, just true. I stand near the column and perform the ritual of parties where you are not the reason, but you are a focal point. Smile, not too wide. Laugh in the right spots. Accept compliments on your dress from women who are actually complimenting their own taste in daughters-in-law. A woman with a lace collar tells me she's known Liam since he was knee-high. Another says I've softened him. A third says, so exciting, finally, like she's been waiting at a bus stop for 5 years and the bus decided to arrive. I nod and think about the soup I didn't finish. The speeches start. Trish goes first. She thanks everyone for coming, for supporting our families, plural, as if I am already papered and notarized. She tells a story about lemonade stands and profit margins. She says Liam has always been a leader, a good man, someone who puts others first. The room hums. Then she moves to me without saying my name. And we are so happy to welcome someone who compliments him, she says. Someone who brings warmth and creativity and, well, you'll see. People clap for a person who might be me in theory. Liam takes the mic next. He's nervous, which always reads as charming, because men like him have been coached into that magic trick. He thanks everyone. He thanks his mother, his uncle, his partners. He looks at me and says, and Maya, for being here tonight. Being here, like I wandered in, like I'm the weather, I feel something teenage rise in me. The girl who didn't get picked for solos but set up chairs. 1 hour, we leave. Half an hour later, while people move to dessert, my phone buzzes. A text from my sister. Are you okay? Me. In a room where I'm a +1 to a plan I didn't make. Her. You're not furniture. Me. Tell that to the seating chart. I look up and see Caleb, Liam's coworker, tilt his glass toward me like a question. You good? He mouths. I nod, because I am a competent adult who knows how to nod. And then I hear the sentence that will not leave me for a year. We just wanted to see how she fit. It floats from 2 women by the bar. I don't know who said it. I know it was said. I know it was said sober. I step outside. January air tells the truth. The door clicks behind me. The parking lot is a copy of itself from an hour ago. I lean against the cool brick and inhale until I can name 5 smells that are not perfume and chicken skewers. Air, asphalt, wet leaves, a faint burnt sugar ghost. The door opens. Liam, no coat. Hey, he says softly. You okay? No, I say, relieved to say it. No, I'm not okay being a fit test. He flinches. Who said? It doesn't matter, I say. It matters that they could. It matters that you made a room where that sentence is normal. He leans against the wall next to me, hands in pockets like a boy waiting for a bus. I was trying to make everyone comfortable, he says. This matters to Mom. I thought if tonight went smoothly, tomorrow could be about you. He breathes out. About us. I'm not a reward you get if you pass the optics exam, I say. I am not a ribbon you cut when the donors sit down. If you can't call me your fiancé without a focus group, don't call me at all. He nods, small and slow. You're right, he says. Give me 15 minutes to say goodnight? Then we leave. We won't go to my place. We won't go to Mom's. We'll go anywhere you want and we'll talk. 15, I say. And Liam? He looks at me. Tomorrow isn't an announcement day anymore. You lost that privilege tonight. Okay, he says. He goes back in. I stay with the brick and the air and my phone, which is a small theater of other people's certainty. I text my sister, we're leaving soon. She sends me a gif of a woman lifting a table with one hand. I laugh. It sounds like mine. We drive. No music. The car is a bowl of quiet for two. At a red light, Liam says, I'm sorry. At the next, he says, I keep thinking I can translate between you and Mom. I can't. I don't want to make you smaller to fit our table. At home, I pour water and put my phone face down like a religious act. We sit on the couch with our knees almost touching and talk like people who want to be better than tonight. We say boundary and choice and public versus private until they stop sounding like TED Talks. I love you, he says, quiet. I love you like a person, not a plan. Then you need to say that where people can hear it, I say. Your mother, your partners, the people who call me warmth like I'm an accent color, or we stop, not as a threat, as a truth. He nods. He holds my hand like it's the first time and the 100th. He sleeps on the couch by choice. In the morning, he texts from the kitchen. Coffee? I text back, yes, and a new pronoun. The days after our conversations, no one posts. He calls his mother from my living room and says words that make his face new. No, Mom. Maya is not a +1. If there is ever a party with her name on it, she will know first. Or, there's no party, he cancels whatever tomorrow was going to be. He apologizes to people who thought they were coming to a soft launch of my life. He says to a partner on speaker, we do business, not marriages. We try counseling because our language needs subtitles. We write what we want and what we'll do. Mine. I want to be chosen in public and in private. I will say what I need before I explode. His. I want us to be a team. I will stop outsourcing hard conversations to my mother. We put the paper on the fridge. It isn't magical. People are their habits in better lighting. Trish sends me peonies with a note that says, let's reset, like a software update. At a charity dinner 2 weeks later, a man says, so you're the fiancé? Loud enough for 6 tables. Liam says clearly, yes, and my body does an unfamiliar thing. It trusts him. A beat later, his mother says, soon, like a correction. Liam squeezes my hand once, hard. We leave after dessert. Because we decided together we leave after dessert. We don't get engaged that month. Or the next. I'm not a cliffhanger you resolve with a ring. We date like people who pay attention. We do Sundays with coffee and a 10-minute state of us that ends when a timer goes off. We write a list of things that make us feel chosen that do not cost money. We practice introducing each other in rooms out loud. This is my partner, Maya. This is my person, Liam. We notice the tiny, boring, holy ways we can be kind. One April day, we walk by the river because we live in a city with a river, and we have become people who walk. No banner, no champagne, no seating chart. He says, I was going to wait for your birthday to ask, but I don't want to wait for a date on a calendar we didn't invent. I want to do our life, like we said, together. Without a committee, he doesn't kneel, he doesn't have to. He asks me to marry him with a ring I helped pick because we talked like grown-ups. I say yes because he chose me with a sentence I can hold. We plan a small party. We invite family and friends, in that order in my mouth, not on a banner. We text people ourselves. We do not hire optics. We don't post the invite until after I say yes, in the kitchen. With hair I respect at home, and soup I finish. At the party, Trish is warm in a new way. She still wears Chanel, but she says my name like it's my name. She doesn't MC. She sits. She lets her son be a man. And me? I keep the folded +1 card in a drawer I open when I forget who I am. I'm not a chair. I'm not a ribbon. I'm not how I fit. I'm how we choose. If you stopped on this video because your thumb paused on a caption about an engagement party you weren't invited to, here's my unhooked advice. Ask to be chosen where it counts. At the table, on the mic, in the sentence. If the person who says they love you can say it to you, but not for you, you are decoration. And you are not decoration. I wasn't invited to my own engagement party. I'm okay with that now. Because in the end, I threw the only one that mattered. The one where I was there first.